Many more people are turning to the idea of living in a tiny home and looking at Amazon to do it. Currently, there's over 10,000 people living in tiny homes across the United States, and that number is looking to grow as the affordability crisis grows even further. So today we're going to be looking at 5 tiny homes on Amazon so you can take a look for yourself, because you know the average age right now to buy a traditional home is 57, and most people don't have an additional 30 years to wait to be able to afford a home. So why not afford a home now with an Amazon house? So let's go ahead and take a look at them to see if they are a viable solution to the affordability crisis.
Amazon is offering something new when it comes to affordable housing. The company is now selling a tiny 2-bedroom home for $19,000.
All right, here's our first house. Tiny house, homes, mobile, prefabricated, prefab, home kit, expandable, container house, 20 feet. 30 feet, 40 feet. It is really cute. It's under $20,000. That's why I wanted to pick this one first, because it's very appealing. This is even cheaper than the most affordable car here in the United States. You can't find one with less than $20,000 right now, especially with the cost of living today. They're spending about 42% of their income just to be able to afford to live. This would solve a lot of those problems, but is it suitable for living? So it says that it's customizable. It says this product is customized in various models and styles. So the listed price is for your reference only. The final price, it's not the final price. Please contact us for more information before placing an order. We provide you with more details, videos of the product, and optimal base for your customizable needs. Here's the thing. The reason why they're not telling you about the whole entire price, because of something called tariffs. And contrary to popular belief, the shipper is not going to pay the tariff. The country of origin isn't going to pay the tariff. It's going to be you. And to explain it better, let's just go ahead and jump into a song sequence. Let's go.
You found a tiny home online from China. What a deal, so fine. But wait, don't cheer, don't pop that cork, 'cause here comes something called a tariff fork. It's a fee, it's a financial sting, makes your wallet cry and sing. You thought you bought a budget price, now the cost takes you by surprise. Oh, the red tape, it wraps you tight. Customs leaves you in the night. You paid for dreams, they seem so clean, but now they're stuck in bureaucracy's machine. It's a fee, it's a financial sting, makes your wallet.
I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. So now that we know what tariffs can do, it's going to cost you a lot more than $16,000. And I'm sure that's what they're going to tell you at the customer service. But let's get into some more details. It has for a very quick design, fast assembly with minimal tools required that can be set up in a matter of hours, specifically reducing the construction time compared to traditional building methods. Despite their lightweight foldable design, these houses are made from durable materials. They can withstand harsh weather conditions, making them long-lasting even in the most extreme environments. It says that it's adaptable for different climates, but it also says folding homes are designed to be adaptable in various climates, ensuring that they have a comfort and protection in both cold and then nothing else. So apparently it's only adaptable for cold, even though it says it's both. I don't know. So it has a 1-year warranty. Something to note on a 1-year warranty, you're getting this house in from a foreign country. So what are they actually warranting? I mean, there's no one really to contact. Yes, you can call them on the phone, but if things go awry, are they really going to fix the problem? How are you going to get hold of them and hold their feet to the fire? I think it's kind of like buyer beware. Once you get this house, if there's a problem with it, most likely you're going to have to fix it yourself.
Fix this before I go.
Now, I'm sure that they will replace like some missing materials if there was like doorknobs missing or something like that. But the warranty per se, if you have like a problem with a leak, how are they going to warrant that when they have no manufacturer here in the area? I don't know. I don't have the answer for that. It says the building materials are sandwich panel and steel. It is an expandable container home. Batteries are not required. Why would you need a battery for a house? And the amount of information for this house is very limited. They say you can actually contact the seller to get some more information, but like I promised you, I found the house online. So you can see it right here. It's like folded up just like a typical container would be, right? It just looks like a container. You've seen container houses online. And with this particular one, it can actually like fold out on each side. So this is what it looks like when it comes to you. It's just a box. All right, he's got the timer out, and see they're pulling up those sides, and they're going to pull out the on the floor right here. Now, if you see the floor there, that is wood. And if you happen to live in a very moist area like I do in Louisiana, that's something you need to be aware of. So you probably are going to want to seal that off. And then all of a sudden, look, they're just pulling the walls out on each side. This type of structure has been around since 2015. I think this video is probably 8 years old. It's nothing new. It's just very cool, and it can get housing together very quickly. So if you happen to live in an area that has had lots of devastation from hurricanes and wildfires, this would be a great affordable housing solution for people that have been displaced during those times. But it's also an affordable solution for you if you're trying to find something to live in, because we all know that 42% of income for the average American today is going towards housing. If you had something like this for a couple of years, you could save some money for a down payment to buy a house or get something even better. This is extremely affordable. Many people have this amount of cash in their pocket. It is an idea and a solution, but I would be very cautious. Check with a local home builder or a home inspector to see what you need to do as far as bringing it up to code for the area, especially if you do live in some of those extreme areas that is not just cold. That might be hot too. Oh, he got the whole house done in less than 4 minutes. Let's look at the outside. Oh, I want to see the outside, dude. Here it is, all outside. There it is. It looks great. He did a great job. This is viable to me. You're just going to have to do a lot of little extra stuff ahead of time. And you have more than just the house. Of course, you got the land too. But we'll talk about that a little bit more. Let's look at another house.
Just $10,000, you can buy the Luban cabin house. All houses are made in our factory. You don't have to renovate this. We have done everything for you. All fine decorations. With aircon and floor heating, it's like spring all year round. What you need, what we have.
Now this one costs even less than the last one. It's only $9,525. It is a tiny home for sale. Prefab modular, modern, A-frame, light steel, prefab, tiny homes, fabricated hotel, villa, house, tiny homes, cabin, prefab houses. Do you think that they wanted you to know it's prefab? It says they'd be here as quick as April 1st. Man, that's just right around the corner. Or you can have a faster delivery. Let's see some photos here. This must be the bigger one. This one looks totally different than the one next to it. They're obviously two different houses. The inside looks nice. And honestly, normally these look like computer renderings, but this is not a computer rendering. This looks like somebody's actual house, which is a first. These are real pictures. Well, that's a bonus. 99.9% of the time, whenever you look at these online, they're computer rendering pictures, meaning that the house isn't even for real. A lot of them end up being scams, but this one has real photos. All right, it gives you some options. I think they're just showing all the houses they create, because obviously this isn't the same house. All right, the product details. It says that it's weatherproof using high quality steel. Ant strips to prevent wind and rain. Ant strips. Okay. Wallboard is using high quality rock wool sandwich panels. Actually, that's fire resistant too. That's a plus. They should have mentioned that. It's customizable. The appearance can be customized to match the local environment to create a perfect, and they cut off the word. It has easy installation, only takes 10 minutes, reducing construction costs. Okay, just to let you know, it is made in China, so that'll be subject to tariffs. I won't subject you to another music number, but you know how it works now. It's 850 pounds. That isn't very heavy for a house. You're going to need some kind of strapping system, very similar to like what mobile homes use for a strapping system, so you're definitely going to need that. They come in 20 feet, 30 foot. It's fireproof, waterproof. Sandwich panel is customizable. Galvanized steel. You can add as many as 5 bedrooms. Has a 1-year warranty, and a video factory inspection will be provided. Oh, here's something. If you actually wanted to get a hold of them and find out more about their houses, you can actually contact them through WhatsApp. Do you guys use WhatsApp? This is just from my personal experience. Every time I've ever done anything through WhatsApp and our customers try to get a hold of me through WhatsApp, it's been a scam.
No scam!
But that's just my personal experience. I know a lot of people overseas use it. Oh, maybe I should download it. I'm not downloading it. I'm too old for this stuff. Easy to move and install. One key advantage of prefab tiny homes are their portability. They can easily be relocated and installed, making them ideal for those who may need to change locations frequently, prefer a mobile lifestyle. Straightforward assembly process for further enhances their convenience. So if you can move it from place to place, probably it needs to be have some kind of RV certification. Here in the United States, if you're planning on putting this in a park, like where you rent the space underneath it, if it is not up to RV specifications, most likely the park is not going to allow you to roll out this house and put it on there. Now, if you're using this for land, you're going to also have to find out what the building code in your area as far as square footage is concerned. That's why a lot of tiny homes, you don't see them in a lot of busier areas, because they've made the code so that the houses have to be at least 600 square feet or more in order to build there. Find out all that ahead of time before you go and slap down $10,000, and who knows how much you're going to have to pay for that tariff. Right now they're saying like 20% on anything that comes out of China. And we already know now, if there's a tariff on there, it isn't China who's going to pay. It's not the manufacturer who's going to pay. It's going to be you.
Who, me?
Well, this is worth a shot. It's under $10,000. Not bad. Not bad at all.
The house got here at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Sorry. This is the outside. They already set it up and everything. This is the doors. The doors are T, y'all. This is the kitchen area. This is the bathroom. I like the bathroom, but I don't like that. Everything is like, I don't know.
All right, we got to talk about something. If you're planning on doing this and you have like a piece of land in your area, it's rural, your family owns it, you're still going to have to get your electricity out there, and that means a light pole out there. You're going to have your plans accepted by the local area so you can have a permit to put your structure on there. You're going to need a permit for the electricity. You're going to need a permit for your well, some kind of water system. Now, you may say to yourself, well, I'm not going to use any kind of water. This is blah, blah, blah. The county may require you to have some kind of sewage system there as well. I know that there's a lot of people that are like, well, we're going to do a composting toilet. They may not allow that. You may have to dig a well there and a septic system there. Even if you're doing like rain collection and you're wanting to do this whole off-the-grid setup, if you don't get it approved by the local county there, you may end up having to take the whole structure down, and I hate for that to happen. So whenever you're going to look at any piece of property for these types of structures, find out what the square footage minimum is. Find out what the local code is in the area. Find out if you're going to be required to have electricity, and find out if you're going to be required to have a well system and sewer system. All of these things should be ahead of time. Now, if you're looking online for pieces of land, make sure you get a hold of the real estate agent to bring over all of that information over to you. They should have some kind of detailed information that comes from the seller about the land. Now, another thing to be aware of is some states will not allow you to collect rainwater. And I know many of you that are into the off-the-grid living, believe it or not, it's illegal to collect rainwater, which seems absolutely stupid and ridiculous. And I understand. I'm just FYI, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just letting you know.
Amazon sells just about everything, so why not sell houses? The online retailer is selling tiny homes now. For a few $1,000s and some elbow grease, yes, you do have to build it yourself, you can have your own home sweet tiny home.
All right, I got another one for you, and it's under $10,000. Now, the reason I picked this one is for a few reasons. First, let's get into the title of it. It's a prefab tiny home, 19 by 20 luxury boxable house. So the reason I wanted to point this out is there's a company called Boxable, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. I know lots of people that have been on their wait list for a very long time, but they're very similar to these houses that have been built in China for years and years and years. I just thought it was interesting that the listing used that specific name in order to get their house found. Now, this one is like $50,000 now. This one is $10,000. It's under $10,000. So, there has to be some kind of difference in these two products. I'm sure that the Boxable houses are going to meet the building code for your specific area. I know that they've gotten approved for other states, but if you're looking for something a lot less expensive, this might be an option for you. All right, we got the pictures here. We got this one here. This doesn't look real. Doesn't this look computer made? Let's scroll in. Yeah, see? You can tell this is not a real photograph. And anytime I ever see computer renderings, it always makes me question. Even the way the staircase is, this is not a real house. I'm just always worried that people are going to get scammed, especially when you're buying something online. This one looks actually like a real house though. Let's take a closer look. No, it's not. Man, I almost got duped because they put those cheap chairs there. Nope. You see those trees? That's fake, fake, fake. Those paintings are fake, but that table is real. All right, here's the floor plan. So your front door would be right here. So you'd walk right in here, and then you have your living room, you have your eat-in area, and then you have your tiny kitchen right here. It looks like there might be room over here for a dishwasher. So over here, we have the bathroom. It looks decently sized. No tub, but I mean, who wants a tub? You're just soaking in your own dirt anyway. So dirty. Oh, this one is real interesting too, because it says that when it comes to the safety and durability, this prefabricated container house is built with steel frames and flame retardant foam wall panels, which is waterproof and heat insulated, earthquake resistant to a level 8 and wind resistant to a level 10. Each house is equipped with its facilities, including the kitchen cabinets, bathrooms, showers, sinks, toilets, power sockets, plumbing, provided with everything you need for comfort of life. So it comes with everything for 10 grand. All right, let's get some more product descriptions here. It says it's a foldable container house. It has sandwich paneling, board fiber, cement board, and PVC board. The colors come in white, gray, camouflage. Oh, you can use it as a hunting cabin. And then when people go and say, I can't see your house anywhere, you can say, oh, camouflage. Anyways, brick green, wood grain, and customizable colors. So you can pick out in your colors. It does come with a 2-year warranty, but the product dimensions are 232 by 248 by 97 inches. So it is a whole housing kit. It's great that it comes with all that stuff inside. Let's see if we can find anything that's a little bit nicer.
The online retail giant is now selling homes, and yes, that includes free shipping for as little as $7,000.
I know some of you are thinking that you don't have to go to Amazon in order to get some of these houses. I've seen other websites like Alibaba that's shown some of these houses. You're not going to get around the tariff situation by using a different website because the country of origin is always going to be the one that's being tariffed at this time. But here's some of the houses that you can see on Alibaba. They're very similar to the ones that you see on Amazon. They're pretty much the same sellers as well. Some of the prices are very comparable to what you see on Amazon. I just wanted you to be aware that this was out there. Maybe in the future, I'll do a video from this company. I was planning on buying something from Alibaba just to see if it would come in. But with this tariff situation, I just don't want to be stuck with an additional $10,000 bill on top of the $10,000 house.
Has anyone bought one of these and just like slapped it on a property? Like, obviously, I know you need electric and septic and water and crap, but like how feasible is that? Is that expensive?
All right, I wanted to find the most expensive one. The one that I thought was like the coolest. Don't be mad at me, but this one's under $50,000, but it's $45,999.99. I just thought this one looked cool. It looks like a time capsule, like something super futuristic. Oh, look, we got a whole little video here. You got some security there. This is a nice little walkthrough tour here. This is neat. It comes in different sizes. That is a cool looking shower. You kind of have that fishbowl appearance though, right? Because you saw those windows, they went all the way around. Everybody's going to know that you can, like, when you're getting dressed and stuff, I guess you could go in the bathroom. But if you really like this one, it's called the Generic Modern Luxury Container Tiny Home Kit. It's 300 square feet. It's white steel, aluminum frame, waterproof, UV protection, luxury office building. So they're not even calling it a house. They're saying it's an office building, or maybe they're just saying you could use it for both. Sturdy galvanized steel frame with sleek fluorocarbon aluminum alloy shell for durability. Insulation is waterproof, moisture-proof, designed to ensure comfort in all weather conditions. Hollow tempered glass windows and skylight for natural light. So if you have deeper pockets and you're looking for something modern, it's right there on Amazon. They do give you 30 days to make a decision. So if it shows up and you don't like it, you can return it. I like that one. It's just $50,000 is a lot of money. You can buy a luxury car for $50,000. And if I'm trying to save as much money as possible, this is a possibility. This would make a great ADU or a Airbnb kind of situation. Anything this small, in my opinion, couldn't be for years and years and years. I couldn't do it. Maybe I'm wrong. You let me know in the comments section. Could you live in a house this small for years and years and years, or would you use something like this as a temporary living situation? To watch more videos about Amazon tiny homes, you're going to want to watch these videos right here. My name is Kristina Smallhorn, your real estate whisperer, and I tell you all this because good real estate information matters.